Hello everyone, it's Andrea again. I'm here with a canvas today. So this canvas was something, it really, really annoyed me. You can't believe how often I start and covered it again and start again. And at the end it was so busy with all the modeling paste on it and everything. So nothing worked really. And then I decided to put a big layer or a fat layer of gesso on top and used my Liquitex acrylic inks. Put them in little bottles, in the spray bottles from actually the best one, the Ranger, the small ones. They are, in my experience, is actually the best ones. They're very small. It's you have to refill them quite often, but they work great and they spray without a problem. Use different colors here. Let one color dry and put another layer on top. Let it dry again, and so on. I stay here in yellow, orange, and red tones, and I go on with it until I'm happy. You can see all this texture down there, as you can see here. That's here. That was modeling paste, and on both corners, and there is this drywall tape and all the other media I put on. Yeah, at the end nothing worked really, so I decided give it a go and finish it off, put gesso on top, and then start completely new. This is actually, that is a leftover from the tags I made, or from one tag I made for Martina. I needed circles and used that one, and that was the leftover, and I thought I will use it here. This is a stamp. I can't tell you where it's from. I bought it from a stamp convention, so it was a loose rubber stamp in a big box, very cheap. So I put that on a cardboard and to handle it, but it's not that floppy, you know, but it's not too stiff, so it's good to handle. Okay, I put the leftover paper down, and in the background I covered it with this book pages, and here I put gesso down and two different blue shades. This is ultramarine, or ultramarine, and a light baby blue. And what I always do is, when I want to achieve a certain effect, a bit shabby, distressy, I put paint down, and off again, as long or as often as I'm happy with the result. And that's what I do with the other color as well, going on and on, off, on, going over with the dry cloth, and then with the baby wipe. And it's a lot of what you prefer, what you like. You can work as long as you like on it. The result must please you. So that's with the dry cloth, and then afterwards with the baby wipe again. And the last bit is with the baby wipe, and I get off as much as possible so that I get the red paint a bit more through again. But that's another layer of the baby blue paint. That's actually the paint I'm using here is really cheap paint I'm getting from my DIY. It cost nothing actually, so it's not a high quality, but for this technique it's perfect. But even when it's dried, when it has dried too much, you can wipe it off easily. So it's not a lot of pigment in it. So that's the last step. I wipe really hard over it to get a bit of the background through. And I think that's a really good technique when you have a lot of texture down. it makes, it defines the texture. That's ideal then. Still not happy? No. Right, that was quite exhausting doing that. So, but that's it. Okay, that's how it looks. Yeah, that's how it looks in that state. So, and well, that's metallic white paint from Marabu. I wanted to cover the texture or the book text or the book pages, but I didn't want to color them completely, so I wanted to have them translucent that you can still see the words. And here I use my black Posca to put some sketchy circles around. So now I'm going on, or I'm starting with the shading. I shaded all the edges from the paper or the cardboard. It was cardboard actually I put down. And I started with this light blue, but that wasn't really working, so I used the dark blue ones, and that works much better. And I stay in that colors what are in that areas actually. So here I use that's an orange. It doesn't work, the orange. You really can't see the edges a lot. It's not very defined. And at the end I'm using one of my new ones, the Pitt Artist Pen Big Brushes. It called, what do you call that thing? Zangyun? I don't know about the pronunciation here, but it's dark orange, really dark orange, and that works here. A bit of red. You can see it laying there on top of the canvas. That's what I use at the end, and that works good on this orangey bits. Yeah, as you can see, it's much more defined. No, not doing, yeah. Actually, oh yeah, here there is an alphabet stamp, and that's one of my buys I've done in England as well. It was, I couldn't believe that, it was £2, and I bought 3 different stampings, all this size, but different fonts, so £2 each. It's incredible. And that's what I've done at the end. I use my glass paint outliner, relief paste it calls, in white and in black, to write down some words in German. Sorry about that, but the words are all related actually to the circles, to the lettering on the pages, and nothing special. It hasn't got a special meaning, just what came to my mind. So, and that's the last bit of shading I've done here, and that's it actually. I didn't want to frame it completely, only the bit where the cardboard was. So that's it. You can see at the end some pictures as usual, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.